That's exclusive to India Today. First of all, what you see on your screens is that Instagram post. In fact, it's a message. It's not a post. It's a message from Shraddha to a friend in which he says, I've got news. And the friend is asking, what's the news? There's been no reply. She, in fact, has also said previously that I got super busy with something. Then on the 24th, where the hell are you? The friend also goes on to get in touch with Aaftab, Ameen Poonawala, the live-in partner of Shraddha Walkar, and there's been no response. Akshay Dongre is with us for more on that. Akshay, we're getting in details of the letter from 2020 in which Shraddha says clearly that he's going to cut me into pieces, he's going to kill me if something happens to me. You know it is Aaftab behind this. The Delhi police now would be looking at having a conversation with the Mumbai police on what exactly also this complaint really was about. They're working together. Tell us a little more about the investigations per se, that the police now have 4 more days of custody of Aaftab.
Well, exactly, Sneha. In fact, these are the 4 very crucial days when the police will be looking at all the angles as far as the investigation is concerned. Whether it's talking to the Mumbai police, talking to the relatives of Aaftab, talking to the relatives of Shraddha, or in fact conducting the narco polygraph test that was started yesterday. In fact, reminding our viewers that the polygraph test in fact started yesterday. About 15 to 20 questions were taken up by the police, and now the police in fact will continue with that particular procedure. There will be a narco test as well, and the gory details that are coming up, be it the letter or the WhatsApp, the Instagram chat that are coming up, as far as how this is not just an act that was done in rage, like the lawyer of Aaftab told the court. However, what we are seeing right now is that this man had a violent tendency. He was threatening to kill his own girlfriend, cut her into pieces, and that in fact was enough for a person to leave her. But like Shreya was pointing it out, that manipulative people, these kind of toxic people have a sort of a manipulative personality, and that's what he did. He tried, or rather threatened, that he will commit suicide, and then that is how he lured Shraddha back into living with him, and then again the entire circle of violence, of threatening to kill her, and that ended with Aaftab ultimately strangulating Shraddha Walkar to death in his apartment. And that exactly is the reason that police now will be looking at all of these evidences, be it the letter or the Instagram chat, because Aaftab also impersonated Shraddha for a period of time, trying to convince her friends that she was alive. Because if our friends, let's say if our best friend suddenly stops talking to us, living in a different city, anybody will get worried, anybody will in fact be suspicious, and that exactly is the reason that the friend of Shraddha in fact questioned that, are you okay? Where exactly are you? So all of these texts are in fact reflective that the friends were starting to get suspicious, and then when after a period of 5 months there was no response from Shraddha, after Aaftab stopped impersonating her, that is when they in fact got extremely suspicious and told the family members, and that is the reason that the narco test and the polygraph test, all of that that has been scheduled, and every arrangement has been made, that will be conducted. And this piece of letter that has come up from 2020 is going to be an extremely important piece of evidence in order to make, or rather build, a watertight case against Aaftab, so that he is held responsible and accountable for the crimes that he has done.
Akshay, also as far as the questions being asked of Aaftab vis-a-vis the narco test, take us through those details as well, and how do things move from here on vis-a-vis the police carrying out searches even now in their hunt for the murder weapon, the weapon that he used to cut Shraddha up with, also the remaining parts of her body and the DNA analysis.
Well, the DNA analysis, Sneha, is going to take somewhere around 2 weeks' time from the time it was taken. In fact, when we talk about the bones that were found about a week back, their samples were immediately sent by the CFSL for DNA analysis to match with the DNA of Shraddha Walkar's father. However, the question that still remains is that what about the other key pieces of evidences, whether the police will be able to find that or not, because now only 4 days are left, 10 days are already over of the custody, and what police is essentially looking for, or rather hoping for, is an answer from the narco test or polygraph test, from where they can get more leads. In fact, so the police's only hope right now is that that in the narco test, if Aaftab is misleading the police officials and if he has at a specific location thrown the murder weapon or disposed of the skull, or rather thrown the cell phone of Shraddha Walkar, where exactly are these key pieces of evidences? These are one of the some of the very important questions, the first and foremost questions of the entire polygraph test, and these will be the key questions in the narco test as well. So these are the key issues that the police are facing right now as far as the investigation is concerned, and the only hope right now for the police is a narco test, because as of now Aaftab has been given contradictory answers about these key evidences, and these will be important in order for the police to carry on the investigation further.
Yes, important for the police to carry out the investigation further. However, not admissible in a court of law. We still don't have anything conclusive as far as the body parts concerned, and that is extremely important to in fact prove that indeed Shraddha Walkar was murdered and by Aaftab Ameen Poonawala, because Akshay, he continues to tell the police that she went missing, and even when he did tell the court yesterday that whatever happened was in the heat of the moment, the lawyer came out to say that this really isn't admission of guilt, isn't it? It's not like Aaftab is saying that he killed her.
Well, absolutely. In fact, the lawyer will certainly say things to defend the person he's defending in the court, and he has clearly said that the accused, in fact, that Aaftab has not that he has not accepted the guilt. He has not said that he has murdered her. He has just said that whatever happened in rage, and that can be interpreted into many things. And that is the thing that the lawyer of Aaftab is saying, that he has never admitted to murdering Shraddha in the court in front of the judge. Now, how does the police prove that he has in fact killed? Because the confession that he made, that is the only lead police has, the only conclusive thing that police has to say that Aaftab indeed was the killer. Because as of now, all the samples that have been taken up, the CFSL labs will take about 2 weeks' time. Now, be it the blood samples that have been taken from the tiles or the kitchen, or the bone samples that have been collected from the Mehroli forest, or rather the jaw sample that was collected from the Maidangadi forest. All of these samples for DNA analysis are going to take time. As far as the polygraph test is concerned, the director there in Rohini FSL lab has in fact marked this particular case as a special one, as a priority case. And that is the reason that while the lab closes down at about 6 p.m, it remained open till 10 p.m. yesterday. In fact, 10 to 11 p.m. it remained open, and about 15 to 20 questions were taken up from Aaftab, though it was not scheduled, because the police wants to get this polygraph thing to be done as soon as possible, because after the polygraph test is conducted, if it takes a lot of time, the police will not have left any time for the investigation, because after 14 days they will have to send Aaftab to a judicial custody, which means he will be sent to a jail, Tihar jail, and there police will not have power to interrogate him as such. So the interrogation time is maximum 14 days, and that is very crucial for the police to sum up, or rather wind up the investigation and the interrogation in this period of 14 days.